Hello everyone, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the energies for the masculine and the feminine. So let's dive right into this. I've got 4 decks laid out in front of me. The Masculine's Madness 2, this is by Bridget of Divine Essentials. I've got both of my Voices deck. This represents the masculine and Voices 2 representing the feminine, and then we'll be using this deck by Sister Moon Tarot, the Moody Moon Messages honoring the cycle of the divine feminine. So we're going to start with the masculine here for the collective, and it is general advice as always, guys. So please keep that in mind throughout this reading and take from it what makes sense for you as always. So let's begin. All right, so for those of you who are tuned in and really wanting to know where the masculine is at on this journey, let's tap into that. What's going on with the masculine? So we'll go ahead and grab a card from this deck and grab a dialogue message to go along with it. For the collective. So we have a very anxious masculine, it seems. I have so much going on right now. I am sorry I can't be who you need me to be. All right, so they're feeling very anxious. So if your masculine just hasn't been reaching out, if they haven't been contacting you, if for whatever reason you guys are not interacting, this is how they're feeling. So let's go ahead and add to that and grab a dialogue card from my Voices deck here, representing the masculine's thoughts. I mean, this already is giving us an indication of how they're feeling, what they're thinking. But let's add to that. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. Tuned in for the masculine. What is the masculine's energy looking like? What are they thinking and feeling at this time? We already know the masculine's feeling anxiety. Okay, well, we've got 2 cards wanting to come through, so let's go ahead and see what it says. Your love is addicting. Thank you for gracing me with your presence, your smile, your laughter, your joy, your heart, and your unconditional love. Okay, so there's something about your love, divine feminine, that this masculine feels is very addicting, as we can see here. But at the same time, because they are telling us here they've got so much going on and they can't be who you need them to be right now, but this is still a part of their heart space. They're still very grateful to have connected with you, even if they can't be with you in the 3D sense for now. So let's go ahead and clarify this with some tarot. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot Volume 2. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the divine masculine. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know here? Divine masculine. Okay, so we've got the Justice card. Some of you could be dealing with a masculine who is a Libra. And right now, you know, I feel they need time to focus on their own truth and maybe needing time away from the connection to be able to see things clearly, to think clearly. And that's what this clarity is about, to restore balance in the partnership. They need to be able to find balance in their own life. You know, for some of you, maybe your masculine is also focusing on their finances, their career, being able to be more stable in their life before they can reach out and come towards you. But clearly they're focused on you, they're thinking about you. This is really interesting, guys, that we've got the Devil card coming through representing the masculine's energy, because as you can see from this card, your love is addicting and the Devil's energy is about addiction at times, okay? So there's something about their feelings for you that's coming through in this way, and maybe they're feeling bound to those feelings, but at the same time, it's causing them to feel very anxious about it because maybe they know right now is just not the right time, but it could also be an unhealthy attachment that they have to you regardless. You know, and then we've got the Page of Pentacles coming through here. So there's something about their money, their career, their livelihood that they are focused on right now as well. For some of you guys, maybe your masculine works in the legal field, that could tap into that Justice card as well. So even though you guys might be in separation, you know, it came to an end for whatever reason, this is giving your masculine the opportunity to really work on their own issues, to work on themselves. And some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn here. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio specifically. We've got Libra coming through. And of course, we've got Earth energy representing Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. All right. And then we've got the star coming in as well. So we've got all of these major arcanas popping up, letting us know that when it comes to the masculine, they're still holding on to hope that this is something that could still work itself out. But the star card is also a card of rejuvenation and self-care, being able to focus some of that energy on themselves, to be able to hopefully address whatever this devil energy is and why they feel this type of bond, or not, well, yeah, they do feel this bond with you, but it's also coming through as addictive or obsessive behavior that could be unhealthy. So they're going to have to address that. But it does seem here that they still want to be able to manifest this wish to be with you. And then we do have the King of Wands coming through as well. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a fire sign here. So we've got all sorts of signs popping up: Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and of course the King of Wands is coming through as a natural leader here, ready to, you know, grab hold of the reins and really help to overcome whatever challenges you guys might have endured in this partnership, because this is really what it is that they're looking for. They want that Two of Cups with you, Divine Feminine. They see you as a life partner. They still see you as somebody that they want to be able to build a life with. And so it does seem here that things can still turn around for the two of you. Okay, good luck, good karma. It's a turning point. That's basically what your masculine is wanting here. So it does seem there's still another chance for you guys to work this out. But right now they're feeling anxious, so they're going to have to process through all of those emotions and why they're feeling that way. But the desire, the love certainly is there. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the energy of the Divine Feminine. So let's grab a couple of cards from this deck here by Sister Moon Tarot. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, focusing on the feminine, the Divine Feminine here. So the masculine, feeling very anxious. How are you feeling, Divine Feminine? We have envy, wishing I had what she has. Now take this only if it applies, because I'm getting from this that some of you guys might have dealt with a relationship, a masculine who ended up getting into a situation, another relationship, and that might have resulted in this Death card and why things ultimately ended between the two of you. It could also be one of those situations where they moved on to another relationship and realized that the grass wasn't greener on the other side, that it really, you know, wasn't what it was that they were looking for. But if you're wishing that you could be in this other person's shoes and this other person's place instead of whoever it is that they moved on to, that could be why this energy is presenting itself there. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Focusing on the feminine, what else? We have Selfie Queen. Okay, taking pictures of myself helps me to distract from the pain. It could also be that you're posting selfies on social media just to, you know, maybe show your masculine that you're doing fine, that you're doing great, when really you're possibly envious of them being with somebody else. Okay, so let's grab one more card, focusing on the feminine here. Oops, that's too many. Too many. Okay. Look at this, guys. We've got anxious, okay? So you're both feeling anxious here. That's no accident that that card actually came through for the masculine, and now it's coming through for the feminine as well. Okay, just trying to get some sort of relief is what it says. And maybe your way of getting relief is by posting on social media, or, you know, just distracting yourself with things to occupy your time so that you don't have to focus on your masculine, as especially if they are with somebody else. Okay, so it does seem to be presenting itself in that way for some of you. Let's go ahead and grab a dialogue from the Voices 2 deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the feminine. What are you thinking and feeling? We already see you're feeling just as anxious as your masculine here. And of course, this doesn't apply to every single person tuning in, okay? So not everybody is envious of a masculine who's moved on to another relationship. That's why it's general, and that's why it's not for everybody. There isn't 1 second throughout my day when I don't think of you. Okay, and then bottom of the deck we have, I admit I look at my phone way too much, hoping you'll call or text me. And that could also be a part of the reason why you're feeling anxious, Divine Feminine. All right, so let's grab some tarot here. I'm gonna pull from my Luna Tarot. And, you know, going back to the anxiety card from the masculine and what it says, I have so much going on right now. I'm sorry I can't be who you need me to be. And for some of you, that's because they could be in another situation. But there's still this addictive quality to them. And maybe part of that addiction is they're still so into you, but they can't do anything about it right now, possibly. Okay, so let's grab some tarot here and add to this. For the feminine. Look at this. See, we've got the Page of Swords representing curiosity. Now, Divine Feminine, part of that curiosity might be, and just take this if it applies, again, you know, if you are on social media, for example, and you're curious if your masculine is still with another person, you know, whoever it is that they moved on to after the connection with you. This could be you checking them out. It's like, I wonder if their status is the same. I wonder if they're still with that person. Okay, but this could also represent the masculine, and they're wondering and curious, you know, how are you doing? Would you still be interested in them, especially if they're no longer in another situation or if they're no longer in that relationship? So there's so many varying ways as to how this could go. We've got the Magician, look at this, and then we've got the Two of Cups. You're both feeling anxious. You're both wanting to manifest that Two of Cups because it is coming through as true love, okay? A mutual attraction between the two of you. So there's this desire, there's this intense connection, this bond between the two of you. And as we can clearly see from the feminine, you're constantly thinking about your masculine. There isn't 1 second throughout your day that you don't think of them. You're always looking at your phone, feeling anxious. You know, are they going to call? Are they going to text me? Are they going to post on social media? Are they going to like my comment? Are going to, you know, whatever it is. This is you feeling anxious and wondering, you know, is this possible for you guys to work this out? But in the meantime, you're both feeling really anxious, kind of on the edge of your seat. But you've got the Magician here to be able to help you, Divine Feminine, to be able to manifest union with your masculine, because it can indicate a rekindled partnership. So, you know, it might have been one of those situations. We've got this Knight of Swords where you might have had a masculine that did seize the moment to perhaps pursue another relationship, if that applies. And maybe once they did that, they realized, okay, it wasn't everything that they were looking for, and that ultimately you were, you know, and they could have had a lot of regrets over moving on to another relationship. Because the Knight of Swords, it's another one of those cards where you could be dealing with somebody who might have moved on to somebody else because they were maybe bored in the partnership, or it just wasn't offering them what it was that they were looking for at the time. But really, the Knight of Swords can also be the type that isn't ready to commit, you know? but maybe they are now, because we've got the Nine of Cups representing that wish manifestation. So the way I'm seeing it, you're kind of both on the same page, Divine Feminine, you and your masculine. Because remember, we've got the Star, which is also about wish fulfillment, and now you've got the Nine of Cups, wish manifestation. So you're both feeling anxious, you're both wanting to manifest this wish, perhaps to come back together. And it does seem here, Divine Feminine, that you really are ready to just move forward, to focus on the future, to look ahead and see where life can take you. And ultimately what you're hoping for is for life to take you towards a direction where you can come back together with your masculine. That's why you both have the Two of Cups represented right there. That's how it's presenting itself here. That is what's coming through. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, and maybe Divine Feminines, for some of you, you're also focusing on your career, your finances at this time, building a nest egg for yourself, being able to provide for yourself. Maybe you just started a new job, maybe you're learning something new, focusing on what you're passionate about in your life, but your masculine isn't ever too far away from your thoughts, you know? And look at this, we've got that Two of Swords, okay? So that as well, that's no accident, you know, why there is some sort of stalemate and why things just aren't moving right now. You know, it's just maybe not the right time for things to happen, but I'm still feeling you guys are on the same page. It's just going to take a little bit of time for things to start moving, because you both desire the same thing. You both want to be able to come back into union. So that seems to be where you guys are at. Okay, so let's grab some closing messages here and see what else we can tap into. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and grab a message from the Universal Heart Oracle Prophetic Love Notes from Spirit. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. And I'm guided to pull 2 cards. And, you know, one can represent the masculine, one can represent the feminine, or for you, the viewer, you can tap into whichever one speaks to you the most. So let's take a look and see what your spirit guides really want you to know right now. Whether you are masculine or feminine, whether you are watching for a masculine or feminine, what is the advice here? Angels and spirit guides, please. If I can actually get a card, there we go. Here's our first one. Happier times await you as doorways to new opportunities begin to open. Pay attention to the tangible signs you are being shown to guide you on the path that is for your highest good. You will connect with new people who help you to expand your horizons and encourage you creatively. You know, this can, of course, pertain to your love life, but it could also have something to do with your career and your livelihood. So that's actually really nice. And I was going to grab the bottom of the deck, but, you know, let's go ahead and shuffle and see what comes through for the second card here. For whoever needs this message, masculine or feminine. And I like the ones that jump out. If I can actually get it to jump out. It's like, no, not today. There we go. All right. Greater fulfillment and prosperity will be heading into your life soon. You can now lay solid foundations by creating strategies to realize your dreams. You're now ready to expand your horizons and structure a plan forward. This preparation will highlight the necessary steps needed to achieve your goals. And again, guys, this can apply to your romantic life. This can apply to your work life, or whatever part of your life this resonates most with. All right, guys, so that is where I'm going to leave this reading. I do hope that there was something in this reading that was able to help you gain clarity when it comes to your connection, either with your masculine or feminine. And I will leave it at that. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.